Do you think you should be doing yoga or do you feel like doing yoga? Now, that's a small change in the language, but it evokes two totally different feelings. Today is day 2 of our self talk challenge, where we seek to change the language we use into something more powerful and helpful for ourselves. Specifically, we are going to examine the difference between I think versus I feel. Go ahead, roll out your mat, and I'm going to roll the intro screen. Hello, magnificent human beings. My name is Landon Slaughter, helping you keep a fun and consistent at-home yoga practice. So there is a clear distinction between saying I think versus I feel. And to get right into it, the main issue here is whether you tend to lead with your brain or lead with your heart. Let's say a good friend comes to you because they're having troubles with their significant other. After they lament all of their problems to you, tears and all, they're going to ask you for advice, and you're probably going to lead with either the phrase, I think, or I feel. You could say, I think you should dump the jerk. Or you could say, I feel like you've been through a lot and maybe some changes need to be made. I feel like when we say I feel, we're getting more in touch with that intuitive side of ourselves. We're better able to give better advice and better able to be better friends and lovers and everything. But then when you say I think, that's almost like you're trying to avoid saying what you really feel sometimes. Okay, it's time to pull out your challenge sheet and mark down day 2 of our self talk challenge. And now that you've got that done, let's dive in. Standing on up, and we will get started. Go ahead and grab some water if you need some. Perfect. All right, finding yourself at the top of your mat, heel toe your feet together, roll your shoulders back, and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. Good. Focusing on that intention. So being okay with saying, I feel. Maybe if you're facing a challenge, thinking about how you feel about it rather than just going through all these mental gymnastics all the time. Good. Just breathe. Just focusing on your intention, whatever it may be, something around that sense of just allowing yourself to just feel whatever it is you feel. Breathe. Good. We're going to get started with some full body breaths, but before that, sealing our intention. 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale through your nose. Inhale, 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 hold. And exhale out the mouth. Good. Inhale through the nose. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Hold, hold, hold. And exhale out the mouth. Awesome job. Once more. Inhale through your nose. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Hold. Side out. Excellent work. Open up your eyes. Go ahead. Inhale, hands up, overhead, side out. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, fold. Come all the way down. Beautiful. Good job. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward, fold. Good. And then chin is the last to rise. Coming all the way up. Hands up, overhead, side out. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, we fold. Come on down. Good. Inhale, half lift. We lengthen through our spine. Exhale, fold. Relax. Chin is last to rise. Slowly stacking vertebrae on top of vertebrae. Coming up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, we fold all the way down. Forward, fold. Good. Fingertips on the mat. Identify left foot. Go ahead and bring it back. Good. Base of your lunge position. Fingertips still on the mat. Lower down to that back knee and untuck your toes, coming up into that modified crescent lunge. Good. Focus. Breathe. Doing a couple of twists here in our modified lunge. Left hand comes down. So left hand down on the inside of your foot. Right hand up, overhead, twisting. Any weirdness in that neck, you don't need to look up too much, but just holding here in your twist. Good. Breathe. And go ahead and place that right hand down on the inside of your foot. We're coming into a modified reverse twisted lunge. It's a lot of words, I know, but as long as your right hand is down and your left hand comes up, good. And you can even bring this left hand to your hip here because it's a lot of twisting, especially so early in class, right? Okay, go ahead and place that hand down, framing your foot with your hands, so hands on either side of your foot. You can tuck your back toes, straightening out that back knee, then bring that left foot forward into forward fold. Ah, good. Just relaxing in your forward fold, couple breaths. Good. We inhale, half lift, lengthen, and exhale, forward fold, relax. Fingertips on the mat. Okay, right foot, bring it back. Base of your lunge position. You're going to drop down to that back knee, untuck your toes, and then coming on up. Good. Modified lunge. Good. Just breathe. Excellent. If you want to bring those hands up overhead, you can. Just a few more breaths here in our modified crescent lunge. And right hand comes down on the inside of that foot, twisting left hand up overhead. You've got it. And good. Okay. Slowly swapping your hands out. So left hand comes down. Right hand comes either to your hip or extending it up overhead, whichever one you wish. Good. Stay with it. Breathe. How does your body feel versus how do you think your body feels? So go ahead and bring that hand down. Good. Now framing your foot. Hands on either side of your foot. Good. Tuck your back toes. Straighten out that back knee. Then bring that foot forward for forward fold. Ah, good. And relax. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to do one more half lift. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through your spine, and we exhale, forward fold. Great. Chin is the last to rise, slow, steady, coming all the way up. Inhale, and then you exhale, let it go. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan dive, come on down. Beautiful. Okay, hands on the mat, downward facing dog. Good. Walking it out, pedaling it out in your down dog. Yes, first down dog of class. So just getting loose. Good. Alternating your heels. Maybe kind of stretching out one leg, then the other. Staying with that ujjayi breath. So inhales through your nose. Exhales out your nose. Good. All right. Awesome job. Left foot. Bring it forward. Good. Base of your lunge position, but we're not going to come into lunge. We're coming into a warrior one. Your back foot. Bring it up just a little bit so you can ground down your heel, and then good. Hands on your hips for warrior one. So doing all of your checks. Left knee stacked on top of that ankle. That back right foot is grounded down, but you're not doing it so much that you're kind of torquing or hurting your knee because your hips still need to be square with the front. Okay, breathe. Warrior one, excellent. Is your weight equally distributed between both feet? So oftentimes we may be relying on that back foot too much or putting too much weight in that front. So it should be 50-50. Hands come around behind you, interlace your fingers, a little bit of a shoulder stretch, or just grabbing for opposite hands, or maybe if you can't grab, then you have a towel or a t-shirt that you use to grab to have those hands together. Good. Breathe. And then as you wish, each exhale brings you down just a little bit more humble warrior. Good. Not coming too far today. Slow, slow, slow. Come back up. Hands on your hips. Good. Let that circulation come back. Okay, hands, heart, center. Then inhale them up. Exhale, back bend. Hands come up. Exhale, bring them all the way down. Downward facing dog. Good. Okay, awesome. First side, time for that next side. Right foot, brief, three-legged, bring it through. Good. Stay here. So your right foot is forward. That back left foot, step it up just a tiny bit so you can ground down your heel and then coming up into good. Warrior one on our opposite side. Okay, right knee stacked on top of that ankle. Back left foot is good. Remember, not ducking your foot out too much because then when you do this, you do this kind of weird torque thing in your knee. Good. All right. And then hands behind you, interlace your fingers, shoulders roll back. Taking your time. Inhale, create space. Exhale, hinge, pause. Good. Inhale, create space. Exhale, hinge, pause. Good. Coming down a little bit more each time. And slow, 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 coming back up. Hands on your hips. Good. Just take a few breaths and let that circulation come back to normal. You're doing so good. Excellent. On our second day of our challenge, cruising right through. Okay, time to come back into downward facing dog. But first, hands, heart center. Inhale them up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, hands up. And then exhale, fold. Come on down into downward facing dog. Good. Okay. Awesome, awesome work. We inhale, shift forward into plank, holding in plank, breathe. Giving you the optional chaturanga flow. If you want, you can just hold in plank for a few more breaths, that's fine. Maybe lowering down to your knees, lowering about to a 45-degree angle, coming into up dog if you like, and then downward facing dog. Good. Okay, walking hands to feet, feet to hands, forward fold, just relax. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Brilliant. Chin is the last to rise, slow, coming all the way up and shake it out. Coming into a very brief standing series. So for our standing series, we are going to do tree pose and then dancing Shiva. Just a brief tree so we can spend a little bit more time in that dancing Shiva. Okay, so go ahead and take your left foot kickstanded on the inside, good, of your foot, balance, balance. Some days balance is awesome, other days not so awesome. So just really trying to find, what's best for you. Good. Bring that foot up to your inner calf, holding here. Good. And then if you're okay, maybe bring that foot all the way up. So wherever you are is totally fine. Growing your branches if you so choose. Maybe bring your foot up a little higher. If you're just kind of sitting here, sort of tapping, balancing, it's okay. And setting it down. Good. Shake it out, kick it out, dishwasher. Okay, next side. So that right foot kickstanded on the inside. Good. Just hold here, balance. And remember, not having this sassy hip, right? So still keeping a straight line through that left side. Good. Okay, balance. Maybe bring your foot up a little bit. Just avoid pressing your heel in at your knee joint. Definitely want to avoid that. Maybe bringing your foot all the way up to that inner thigh, wherever it is for you. If you're wearing sweats like I am and that foot starts to slide down, it's normal. Don't worry about it. Placing your foot wherever you like and growing those branches if you feel. If you feel like it, right? That's what it's all about. Do I feel like doing tree or am I going to think about doing tree? Good. And release. Okay, shake it out. All right, coming into our dancing Shiva. So this gets a little difficult when we are talking about left, right, right, left, and then also the camera makes things mirrored. I know. So just go with it. Go ahead and bring your left knee on up. So however you are standing, me versus you, just bring your left knee on up. Good. Okay. Left knee up, then right hand will cross over and grab for that knee. Good. Staying here. Or if you have a chair, something like that that you can place your foot on, good. You can pause the video, grab a chair, however you need. So left leg is up, right hand crosses over. Now you just may be staying here trying to balance. That's okay. If you wish, slowly open it up and bring that left hand on back, twisting. Now you don't need to come very far. Again, maybe this hand's just on your hip. That's okay too. Just breathe. You've got it. If you are more advanced and want to go for the full thing, you can. Grabbing for the outside edge of that foot and extending it on out. But this is just day 2. Maybe day 3 we'll visit that, but not likely. Okay, we can come out of it. Good. Shake it out, kick it out. Okay, next side. So bring your right knee on up. Right knee comes up and your left hand reaches over. So you want to cross over to grab the outside edge of that knee. Balance. I know it's a lot. Okay, and then as you like, slowly twisting because your right hand comes around behind you. Just breathe. You've got it. Stay with it. And we can set it on down. Good. Shake it out, kick it out. Awesome time to get a quick sip of water before we come back into downward facing dog. Good work. Okay, now from here, from your downward facing dog, we're going to simply lower down to our knees into our thunderbolts. So sitting back on those heels. Good. Okay, staying here in your thunderbolt. Shoulders roll back. Hands up overhead. We're coming to half tortoise Adra Kurmasana. Good. Hands up overhead. You've got it. Okay. Breathe, focus, coming on down. Biceps by your ears, right? You've got it. Until eventually the knife edges of your pinkies are on the mat and your forehead as well. And slow, 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 coming back up. Good. Release. Shake it out. Move around. Perfect. Okay. Now coming into rabbit pose, doing a little bit more rounding. So if your hands can grab back for your heels, good. If not, maybe, just energetically envisioning hands grabbing back. Either way, you're good. Chin into chest. And then rounding on down, right? So coming on down. Good. Just breathe. Crown of your forehead not touching the earth, but almost. And you can come back up from your rabbit. Excellent. Okay, go ahead and just come on forward. We're going to be laying on our bellies. Excellent. Left or right ear on the mat, whichever one you wish. And just breathe. Okay. Placing those elbows underneath your shoulders. Sphinx pose. We're here on our Forearms, roll your shoulders back just a little bit. Eye gaze lifts. Breathe in your Sphinx. This is our modified Cobra. You've got it. And coming on down. Good job. Okay, from here, just rolling onto your back, we have a short wind removing series to do, and then we will be headed into that final Shavasana. So go ahead and laying on down in your Shavasana, feet fall out, arms fall out, and this is also an excellent time to grab a sip of water if you would like. Just a few breaths in your Shavasana, just relax. Relaxing, grounding, letting go. Doing our best to be conscious of our language, of that healthy self-talk rather than that sabotaging self-talk. So whatever this means for you, staying in touch with those feelings rather than maybe being so mind-dominated all the time. Okay, right knee, bring it on up and interlace your fingers at the top of that shin and then squeeze, 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 bring that knee in towards your midline. So it's going to change the pinch in your hip a little bit rather than having this knee out here, bringing it in just a little. You've got it. Steady breath. And good. Slowly, you can set that foot on down. Wave your feet out. Bob your knees. Couple breaths. And then both knees. Bring them on in. Hands grab at the top of your shins. And squeeze, 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 squeezing those knees in. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. You've got it. Good. And you can softly release. Bringing those legs on down. Shake it out. Bob your knees. Good. Full breath. We're in the twilight of our practice, I know, but don't let that mind start to slip away, being present here on your mat. Left leg, bring it on up. Interlace your fingers, top of that shin, and then squeezing that knee in towards your midline. You've got it. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Strong arms. And slowly, we can release that leg on down. Good. Just one more pose to kind of seal everything in, our bridge pose. So go ahead and bring those feet flat on the earth. Good. Excellent job. And then placing your palms down beside you and waddle your shoulder blades in and then lifting your hips on up. Our bridge pose, just breathe, stay with it. Envisioning that belly button is the highest point on your body. Breathe, stay focused. And slow, setting it on down. Good. Bring those legs on down. You can bob your knees, shake it out. Excellent, excellent work. Okay. Now it's time for that final Shavasana. So just melting, relaxing, and take a few breaths. Dissolve. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, no one to be, but just yourself here on your mats. Inhales through the nose, exhales out the nose. Keep going. Good. Choosing to remain in your Shavasana if you wish, or if you like, pushing yourself up into a seated position so that we can bow together. Thanking you so much for completing day 2 of your challenge. I hope you enjoyed this flow as we went through our warrior 1, rabbit, half tortoise, all sorts of awesome postures. And now it is time for the best part of class where we set that intention into motion. This will be a difficult challenge because what happens is before we speak, we just automatically go to, oh, I think this, or I feel that. But there's a moment right before you respond or right before, you jump in about what you're going to say, and you can pause, right? You can pause and then really connect with, wait, am I thinking this? Am I feeling this? And then speak from a place of maybe your heart versus just leaping into what your brain thinks all the time. But before we go, here are your next 2 steps. First, be sure to mark what time you're going to do tomorrow's challenge. Pull out your phone, calendar, whatever it is, wherever you keep your appointments. Make an appointment with yourself so that you can continue on for day 3 of our Healthy Self-Talk Challenge. And second, for you, my YouTube subscribers, this is the end of the line, but it does not have to be. There's a link in the description where you can click to sign up to keep going on into day 3 with the free membership. Paid membership, you get everything. You get past challenges. You get it all. So go ahead, check out the description below to sign up there. And as always, magnificent human beings, thank you for choosing to show up. Not just showing up for this challenge, but showing up for yourself as well. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Namaste.